The people's livelihoods are difficult. The CCP calls on the public not to complain about poverty. Job hunt gets tough, seeking divine help, flying flat, the modern era of Chinese youth. Chinese executive arrested, Vivo Mobile faces ongoing troubles in India. The CCP is intensively dealing with high-ranking financial officials. Amid the new coronavirus outbreak, crispy college students go viral online. President Tsai Ing-wen, Taiwan seeks peaceful coexistence with China. It's all covered in today's China Truths. The people's livelihoods are difficult. The CCP calls on the public not to complain about poverty. In recent years, the Chinese economy has been struggling, and individuals from all walks of life have experienced a growing sense of hardship. Many business owners are grappling with cash flow issues stemming from a substantial decline in orders, which has made it difficult to maintain their operations. Regular employees are confronting the escalating risk of overwork, salary reductions, and the potential loss of their jobs. The collapse of real estate companies has resulted in numerous unfinished buildings, leaving many innocent citizens without a place to call home and weighed down by substantial mortgage debts, having exhausted their savings. The overall quality of life for the Chinese people has become more challenging. In this context, instead of addressing potential issues with the policies, the Chinese government has made a notable act recently, as calling people not to complain, "It's okay, not a big deal," which has ignited strong reactions and frustration among Chinese netizens. In detail, this advice appeared in an article in the daily readings section of the party's official media, the People's Daily. They advised against using phrases like "fed up," "exhausted," or "it's over," arguing that such language not only provides no help but also leads to others looking down on you, making it harder to break free from these feelings. The article encouraged people to use more positive language, like "it's okay, not a big deal, we can handle it, and everything will be fine," claiming that language has an energetic influence and can improve one's luck. The article has sparked strong anger among the public. Some netizens left comments with questions. Does this mean that even if you're facing hardships and exhaustion, you can't express it and have to bear it on your own? One netizen hit the nail on the head, stating, "In the past, they promised you a big pie, but now they're too lazy to even draw a pie for you. They're teaching you to draw your own pie to satisfy your hunger." Another netizen wrote with a hint of sarcasm, "If language truly had power, some people would have soared long ago." An user responded to the statements made by the party's media with the following arguments: while the official media's message may appear to be filled with positive energy, in reality, it offers no practical assistance in solving real problems. The article further emphasizes that when facing difficulties, it is more productive to seek ways to address them or to reflect on the nature of the problems. This is preferable to engaging in self-hypnosis and attempting to boost one's morale by romanticizing hardships, thereby obscuring the true reality of the situation. Lastly, with regard to the party's media elevating the power of language to influence one's luck, the article contends that while it is acceptable in Western countries to believe in God and mystical forces, in a nation that professes atheism, using such language to mystify reality appears to be counterproductive and self-defeating. Job hunt gets tough, seeking divine help, flying flat, the modern era of Chinese youth. The following news continues to focus on the Chinese economy. The youth unemployment rate in China is reaching an all-time high. As per the latest figures from the Chinese National Bureau of Statistics, this rate for this July stood at 21.3%, equating to 1 out of every 5 Chinese young individuals facing unemployment. However, this statistic masks a significant number of hidden unemployed individuals. Meanwhile, as previously reported, the operating environment for Chinese internet businesses is deteriorating, leading to numerous closures due to a lack of orders. First-tier cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen, which once enjoyed rapid growth, are now grappling with economic downturns, resulting in the closure of most businesses, particularly impacting the internet industry. Historian Li Yuanhua, who has resided in Australia, commented that under the CCP's 3-year zero-COVID extreme policy, coupled with the ongoing deterioration of foreign relations, the overall economy is in decline. This inevitably affects the internet industry, known for its rapid knowledge updates. In this field, once someone experiences unemployment, it becomes exceedingly challenging to re-enter the job market, especially for young people. The current high-pressure social environment is particularly taking a toll on this group of youth, making this industry the first to experience the comprehensive decline of the CCP's economy. A Zhejiang resident said that from the trade war to the current post-pandemic situation, as China's foreign relations worsen, numerous foreign companies in manufacturing industries have relocated to Southeast Asian countries, leaving a significant gap in China, especially for those with specialized skills. It's almost comical that, domestically, even with a university or postgraduate degree, finding employment can be a struggle. Another netizen from Inner Mongolia said that despite sending out thousands of resumes, he was unable to secure a job, and revealed that he knows a lot of young people are in the same situation like him. Previously, the sudden death of Guan Shanxiang, the private equity fund manager and chairman of Shanxiang Fund, often referred to as the Chinese Buffett, at the young age of 38, has had a profound impact on the Chinese financial industry. Speculations have circulated that Guan Shanxiang might have taken his own life due to investment losses, although this theory remains unconfirmed. Regarding this issue, the Zhejiang resident said that with the current strict control over the internet, there are many events that can't be fully disclosed to the outside world. But, living in China, he has heard from friends and even some relatives who discuss various incidents happening around us. Some families are going through tough times, and in the present climate, with mortgages and car loans, especially mortgages, some households find the burden unbearable. If they can't handle it, they might face desperate situations. As we've mentioned before, the recent viral Lying Flat song in China serves as an expression of the youth's sense of helplessness, featuring lyrics like, "Maybe only the temple truly comprehends my current suffering." Rather than having faith in hard work, it's more comforting to place trust in the Buddha. Lying flat, as affirmed by netizens, represents a modern era of non-violent and non-cooperative movement within Chinese youth. Chinese executive arrested, Vivo Mobile faces ongoing troubles in India. Is India growing more stringent with China? In the wake of the Indian government's recent crackdown on domestic startups utilizing low-quality and inexpensive Chinese components, India's Financial Crimes Agency arrested a Chinese executive from Vivo India, a smartphone manufacturer, on October 10 over alleged involvement in money laundering. As per legal documents scrutinized by Reuters, the arrested executive has been identified as Guan Wenquan. Vivo has vehemently rejected these allegations. In an official statement released on Tuesday, the company expressed profound apprehensions regarding the arrests and proclaimed, "We will explore all available legal avenues." Publicly accessible data reveals that Vivo operates as a subsidiary of China's BBK Electronics Corporation and maintains the position of India's second-largest smartphone brand, with a substantial 17% market share. The origins of this case trace back to July 2022 when the Indian Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI, unveiled that, as a facet of their investigation into the company's suspected involvement in money laundering, they had frozen 119 bank accounts associated with Vivo India and its affiliated entities. These accounts collectively held a balance of 4.65 billion Indian rupees, roughly equating to $58.76 million US. Moving forward to August 2022, the DRI issued a show cause notice to the smartphone manufacturer under scrutiny, accusing them of evading taxes amounting to 22.1 billion Indian rupees, or approximately $2.8 billion US. Earlier this month, Indian authorities levied formal charges against Vivo Mobile for its alleged involvement in the unlawful transfer of funds to NewsClick. NewsClick, a news portal currently under investigation, stands accused of participating in external propaganda activities linked to the Chinese Communist Party. Notably, alongside Vivo Mobile, another well-established Chinese smartphone manufacturer in India, Xiaomi, also faces accusations of aiding in the illicit transfer of funds to NewsClick. This information is outlined in a document dated October 6. Furthermore, in April of the preceding year, the DRI froze assets valued at 55.51 billion Indian rupees, belonging to Xiaomi. The allegations against Xiaomi revolved around the company's alleged unauthorized remittance of funds to foreign entities, masquerading under the guise of royalty payments. Although Xiaomi filed an appeal, it was rejected by the local court. the company consistently maintains its stance of having committed no wrongdoing. These arrests come at a time when Chinese companies operating in India are grappling with a mounting set of challenges. The relationship between India and China has been progressively deteriorating since the tragic border clash in the disputed Himalayan region in 2020. Consequently, India took a series of actions, including the ban on hundreds of Chinese apps, notably TikTok, citing national security concerns. Additionally, India heightened scrutiny over investments from neighboring countries. In a recent report from Reuters in July, a substantial $1 billion proposal from Chinese automaker BYD to establish electric vehicle and battery manufacturing facilities in India encountered intensified scrutiny from the government in New Delhi. Ultimately, this led to the automaker abandoning its plan. The CCP is intensively dealing with high-ranking financial officials. How much longer can the crisis be concealed? The founder of Evergrande, Su Jiayin, was recently arrested, drawing increased attention to the colossal debt and financial crisis in Chinese real estate firms. On October 9, the Chinese Communist Party expelled Li Xiaopeng, the former party secretary and chairman of China Everbright Group, due to allegations including irregularly borrowing money from those under his management, exploiting his position for personal gain in loans and financing, and living off finance. Similarly, on October 7, Lu Lianga, the former party secretary and chairman of the Bank of China, faced accusations of living off finance, which included flagrant interference in credit projects, illegal loan issuance, and irregular intervention in fund lending. Additionally, on June 9, Fanny Fei, the former party committee member and deputy governor of the People's Bank of China, was expelled from the party for similar charges of living off finance and exploiting his position for personal gain and loan financing. Mainland Chinese media also reported similar cases involving individuals who were dealt with before September this year, all related to living off finance. These individuals include Wang Yi, the former party secretary and president of the Shenzhen branch of China Construction Bank, Huang Xianhui, the former party secretary and general manager of the Beijing branch of China Huarong Asset Management Company, Limited, and Zhao Jiran, the former senior specialist at the Shenzhen branch of China Construction Bank, among others. Chinese-American scholar Li Hengqing recently told the Epoch Times that in reality, the entire Chinese Communist Party's financial system is riddled with corruption, and the authorities are using some scapegoats to divert the public's attention. This is done to shift the blame away from central policies or leadership issues. Li Hengqing claimed that state-owned banks are engaged in criminal activities, with even bank presidents participating in loan approvals and lending to connected parties. Those assigning these tasks are high-ranking political figures, including members of the Central Political Bureau and possibly the Political Bureau Standing Committee. The question arises, can individuals at this level or their relatives withstand the consequences? He believes that there will be no turnaround in China's financial situation in the coming years. All they are doing is cutting losses, and it is best for people to cut their losses and find a safe place to protect their assets. Amid the new coronavirus outbreak, crispy college students go viral online. Amid a significant new coronavirus outbreak with a notable increase in fatalities in China. Concurrently, the term crispy collage students has become a viral sensation across the internet. What is it? According to the report from Observer Network on the 10th, crispy college students refer to the new generation of college students. Although they are young, they have many physical problems and are fragile to the point of being easily damaged, leading to the crispy phenomenon. In September alone, an emergency department in a hospital in Zhengzhou, Hunan Province, received over 1,700 young people aged 18 to 25 who had trauma, abdominal pain, chest tightness, hyperventilation syndrome, and more. On October 10, a netizen wrote that the term crispy college students is becoming popular on the internet recently. For example, it's so delicious to eat noodles, so excited, and my heart rate has soared to 200, I stretched out, my neck broke, I fried a sausage to give myself a second-degree burn, I watched short videos while suppressing laughter, and the nasal artery cracked, and I was sent to the hospital to stop bleeding. Accidents like these, which are both unexpected and embarrassing, are rapidly spreading on social media. Since most of the people involved in these incidents are college students, netizens have given them a special nickname, crispy college students, referring to fragile and vulnerable college students. One student, 24 years old, from Changsha, Hunan, is currently pursuing graduate studies at a university in Beijing, said that she accidentally knocked her upper and lower front teeth while sleeping, causing severe pain. The next night, she awoke from a dream and hit her teeth again. For days later, while eating, she suddenly felt soreness in her front teeth and couldn't bite down hard. At night, the dental nerve pain was severe, and she couldn't fall asleep at all. Eventually, she was diagnosed with dental concussion at Peking University Dental Hospital and had to rely on self-healing. Subsequently, her lip swelled, and she was diagnosed with acute pulpitis, requiring root canal treatment. Weibo netizen, COVID-19 destroys the immune system, which is the post-infection sequela. The discussion about crispy college students has sparked conversations among netizens. Many Chinese netizens have explicitly pointed out that it could be a sequelae of the new coronavirus, with one of them commenting, "I used to get sick at most once a year. But this year, after contracting the new coronavirus, I've caught a cold 4 or 5 times." In addition to the crispy college students phenomenon, it's worth noting that a self-proclaimed well-known health and wellness blogger in China, named military Dr. Zhou Xiaofeng, posted a video on July 6, stating that young people are beginning to develop cancer. It's undeniable now. The blogger explains that everyone online is now looking for reasons, but the real causes cannot be openly discussed. On July 10, a Weibo account posted that, throughout 2023 and the next few years, the hottest news will be about young people and children experiencing cerebral hemorrhages, heart attacks, strokes, hemiplegia, leukemia, diabetes, cancer, AIDS, and various infectious diseases, and the real cause cannot be discussed online. President Tsai Ing-wen, Taiwan seeks peaceful coexistence with China. As the Middle East conflict between Hamas and Israel continues to escalate, with analysts taking turns predicting potential future developments, some have suggested that it could provide reference material for the CCP's ambitions regarding the conquest and unification of Taiwan. Even British prophet Parker has voiced concerns that Taiwan is in danger. On October 10, during her last National Day speech, President of Taiwan Tsai Ing-wen stated that Taiwan is actively pursuing peaceful coexistence with China, promoting free, unrestricted, and unburdened interactions. She added that it was her duty to safeguard Taiwan's sovereignty and its democratic. Differences in governance between Taiwan and China must be resolved peacefully, and maintaining the status quo is critical to ensuring peace. Ms. Tsai Ing-wen, who cannot stand for re-election as president in January after 2 terms in office, has repeatedly offered talks with the CCP, which has rejected them, viewing her as a separatist from their communist state. China's foreign ministry responded to Ms. Tsai's speech on the same day, calling the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, authorities the greatest threat to peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait due to their seeking independence and provocation. Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin told a regular press briefing, "No matter what the DPP authorities say or do, they cannot change the fact that Taiwan is a part of China. It will not change the general trend that China will inevitably move towards reunification." In the face of China's threats, Taiwan has been heartened by support from fellow democracies, especially the United States and its allies, whose lawmakers and occasionally officials have flocked to Taipei, defying the CCP's anger. Ms. Tsai also said the strength of international support for Taiwan had reached an unprecedented height. She said in her speech, "With confidence, we will show the world that the Taiwanese people are dignified, independent, warm, and kind. The Taiwanese people are happy to be people of the world and will be a democratic and free people for generations to come." Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.